If we could ever have something that says something about the state of affairs in the United States, it would be this. In the wake of a recent Senate debate on the U.S. president's supposedly unquestionable authority to start a nuclear war, the top general says they have every ability to stop him from doing so if it were illegal, and that it is not as simple as merely pushing a red button on his desk. All the U.S. top brass, including himself, are trained to disobey illegal orders. Air Force General John Hyten, commander of the U.S. Strategic Command, said he would not blindly follow whatever orders came from U.S. President Donald Trump, noting that the law of armed conflict that prohibits the use of disproportionate force and inflicting unnecessary suffering would be a higher authority when it comes to decision-making. Now, speaking at the Halifax International Security Forum on Saturday, he did say that he was not unprepared to receive that order from Donald Trump, which means he does believe it may come at some time. I provide advice to the president, and he will tell me what to do. And if it's illegal, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to say, Mr. President, that's illegal. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to say, what would be legal? And we'll come up with options, with a mix of capabilities to respond to whatever the situation is, and that's the way it works. It's not that complicated. Well, this certainly says something about the state of affairs for the United States if the top general is saying, don't worry, we're not going to fire the nukes just because the president told us to. We understand that there's a rule of law, and we will disobey his orders if they're illegal, which shows the kind of irrational manner they expect Donald Trump to behave in which he kind of already has behaved in. He certainly clearly demonstrated that he doesn't know what powers he does and doesn't have as the president. Although I do find that it's very strange that all of a sudden the U.S. military cares about what's legal and what's not legal. It's, they never really cared about that before, and they're always constantly committing war crimes, especially with this idea of a disproportionate response. Although somehow napalming Vietnam wasn't, essentially funding forces to invade Syria or giving money to ISIS isn't a disproportionate response and of considerable questionable legal standing. It's amazing to see how the United States military only really cares about what's legal if it's something that might come back to bite them in the ass, like a gigantic nuclear war. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.